So, how does this sound to you? Getting paid to dump junk you got lying around your yard or house? Well, that's what Midshore Recycling does if you bring metal items to be recycled, from old appliances to cars. Delmarva Life's Brian Spiro's got a look at how the process works and what you can recycle for cash.
Not everything we throw away is small enough to just toss in a trash can or barrel. Sometimes you need a little more space and some heavy-duty machinery. Hence this recycling facility in Dorchester County.
We recycle all metals, whether it be copper, brass, aluminum, steel.
Jeff Schultz is the yard supervisor at Midshore Recycling in Hurlock, which opened in 2007.
All right, you load beef with #1 or plate. You gonna get enough on him and get him loaded the first time? That's right, do it, get it right.
The facility handles just about everything, from soda cans that eventually become unrecognizable to discarded appliances.
Washers, dryers, your refrigerators, old stoves, pretty much any of your household appliances, we take them as scrap because it's all metal.
They even recycle modes of transportation.
We take cars, trucks, buses, planes, and trains. We do it all.
So how does the recycling process all work? The folks at Midshore Recycling gave us a front row seat. First, it's important for people to know that you actually get paid when you drop off any type of metal to be recycled. It's all based on weight and the type of metal you have. It's also free to dump. You just need to make sure you have a photo ID.
When they come in, it depends on what they have. If they've light iron #1, you pull across the big scales. We'll get your weight. You go down back, unload, whatever metal you would have. Come back up, weigh out, and you get paid for your whatever amount of weight you have.
$20 and $1.75. Thank you.
Jeff says prepared metal will be worth more than unprepared metal. Basically, if it comes in already cut up or prepared, you will get more money per pound. However, if it's a large item still intact or unprepared, and the crew at Midshore Recycling has to break it all apart, expect a little less of a payout when checking out. Some of the larger items that come through the gates to be recycled are vehicles, and Midshore Recycling has plenty of them.
So explain to me what you guys do first thing with the cars when they come in.
Well, before we can crush any of the vehicles, we have to drain all the fluids. That's the transmission oil, the transmission fluid, the engine oil, the gasoline, and antifreeze. And then that's what this rack's made for.
From there, they are put into this contraption known as a baler. We saw the process in action. This blue truck, or what was left of this blue truck, was picked up and placed inside like a toy. From there, the door closed, and in 30 seconds, the vehicle was reduced to nothing more than a hunk of metal a few feet in diameter.
And we've all heard the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure, and that rings true here at Midshore Recycling. Take all these cars, for example. Clearly, they've been trashed, but some of them actually have good parts still inside of them, and you can come down, buy them, and pay a fraction of what you would at a store or a dealership.
We have an interchange system. They give me the year, make, and model, and I can pretty much look it up and see what I've got down back that'll work for them, that'll interchange with their car, get them the right part.
So you're probably sitting there wondering what eventually happens to all this scrap metal. That's where this truck comes in. It loads it all up and carries it all away.
Eventually it goes, it's all shipped, whether it be an export market or an import, or a local market. It'll be melted down and made into new parts, whether it be car parts or new steel or plastic fenders, aluminum hoods, stuff like that.
Midshore Recycling has made it possible for people to get money for items they want to discard, all the while discouraging people from dumping appliances and scraps on the side of the road. And better yet, it's amazing to think that all this junk will eventually be reused.
Everything's recycled. I mean, it all has a use. There's always going to be junk. Instead of it piling up on the side of the road as an eyesore, it gets brought here and made into something new.
Now, you can also bring tires to Midshore Recycling, but they do have to charge you a fee because they have to pay a company to haul them away. Other than that, it's free to dump there. All you need is a photo ID. Well, up next on Delmarva Life, do you find yourself yawning a lot? Checking the clock to see if it's bedtime yet? Well, if you're one of the many on Delmarva who suffers from sleepless nights, we've got tips to help you catch a few more Z's. Delmarva Life. Life at its best here on Delmarva.